Hey guys, my name is Dan and this is a day in my life as a systems administrator. I start my day at 6 AM as this is usually the best time for me to get some learning in before my wife and daughter wake up and all the chaos begins. I'm usually too distracted after work. I don't want to sort of have to sit down at my computer much. I'd rather just chill out with my family. So it's nice to get this in the morning when I can relax later on. And don't worry, I'm not going to show you me going to the gym or making fancy coffee or anything unrealistic like that. My life isn't that organised, but I do love my tea, of course. So this is basically my exact morning routine every day from 6 AM till 7. I do a bit of studying. Sometimes I just end up on Reddit. And then I take my daughter to nursery, I take my wife to work, and we get started on with my day. So I'm back at home now and I've just checked the calendar and we've got quite a range of tasks today. So it's going to be pretty busy, but it should be a good one to show for the video. So first off, we've got a call with our service desk and we're going to go over our plan to update the remaining legacy Thing clients in the depots before the patching takes place this weekend. So that's really important. Then we're going to look at an incident which has caused some orders to be missed, which is not very good. So we may need to look at monitoring that service and see how to deal with it. And lastly, we've got a notification here that some development work that I asked for about a month ago has been completed. So I'm going to be doing UAT on that. So lots of tasks today. Let's get into the day. You're joining me now on the call with the guys. And I've got the screen blurred as I do want to hide some things. So one of my main responsibilities at the moment is improving security across our legacy systems. Today we are preparing to remove outdated encryption standards that some very old devices in the depots mainly still rely on. And that might sound simple, but in reality it means coordinating with multiple depots, desktop teams, engineers, and making sure everybody's ready before we switch over. So when we do the patching and we change the ciphers, it means that all of these old clients can no longer connect from that point. So it's essential we get this right. And I'm talking with the guys, these Thing clients are not something I can update myself, so I'm relying on them to make a package and update it for me. We're just checking in on the progress and I'm just taking some notes to see where they're up to really with it. Hopefully this goes well, as this has been about a year in the making, this project. I've been going through all of our devices, all laptops, all desktops, and then the Thing clients are the last thing. But the Thing clients are the most important thing, as those are the production machines really. So if those don't work, we don't make any money, which obviously would be bad. So yeah, we are just speaking with the guys, coordinating everything, and I'm just going to offer any support I can to get this one over the line and make sure confidence is high. This is quite an interesting one for me. So I've just got off a meeting with our guys about an issue we had where orders didn't work for quite a while. Now, we've got lots of logs and lots of monitoring tools in place. So if a process falls out or dies or is running too long, then we will alert the guys about that on the service desk. However, this time the process was running okay. What happened was it didn't have the correct permissions. So it was started with the wrong permissions, which means we didn't get any alerts at all, as the process, according to the system, was there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a script which is going to check more of like a string comparison type, where I'm going to look in a log file, and if I see an error message string, then I'm going to send an alert that way so that we know for sure if the orders are working or not. Okay, so the situation is that the script needs to detect for an error message in a log file which is active, so it's going to be constantly updating and moving. And in situations like this, if it's going to go into production, I like to create a flowchart for the script just to run through the logic at a high level. So let's have a look. So I've just added in here that we're going to be running it every 3 minutes in the crumbs. First, basic safety. We just want to see that the log file is definitely there. Then we're going to load the last run state, which is the last reposition and alert. So because this is an active log file, what I need to do is I need to save every time my script checks the file, the size of the file into a variable, and I'm going to put that in a different file as well. And what I'll do is I'll add some logic where I just make sure that the new log file I'm looking at when it next runs is bigger than the last one, and that will prevent me from sort of repeat alerting. So say we have a scenario where we get an alert, we tell the guys fix the issue. This is an active log file, so it's going to be the same file I'm checking all day, which means if an error has happened and we've fixed it, I don't want to check in the past because I'll see the error still there and I'll alert again. So this is the way I'm going to sort of handle that, by kind of creating like a little, I guess, a basic form of memory, if you like. So after that, we're going to read new log entries since the last run. If there isn't any new entries, then we're just going to exit. Do the new entries contain the error message? So this is the main part of the script where we're looking for a specific pattern, which is that exact error message, which we know, oops, we've got an issue. If it's not there, exit as normal. If it is there, I'm also adding in just a cooldown here. This is going to be set, I think, to about 2 minutes. And this is just so I don't spam the guys. But basically, if it's been longer than 2 minutes, then we're going to send an email alert. And we're also going to raise an incident on ServiceNow. And that's what the script will do as well, which is good. And then we save the updated state and exit. So I think it looks pretty nice. We're going to try and create this now on the system and see how it goes. So basically the script is looking for the pattern at the top here, this unexpected error. And if it sees that, that is when it's going to send the alert. Now, if it sees it a single time, it sends the alert and it's going to go straight to the service desk and it's going to tell them basically what to do to check if that's running, and please follow the SOP to run it. So let's give this a go. I'm going to do a / to run the script. And then on the right, we should get an email alert as I've created a log file simulating this issue already. Okay, so let's see. It might take a couple of seconds. There it is. Bang, straight in. Okay, very good. I'll just full screen that just so you can see. Here's the alert that we've just generated from our script. Now, to test that everything is working okay, we need to just make sure that this is not going to send another alert if we run it straight away again. So we're going to do that. So we ran the file and it's so far not generated anything. It would have done it by now, so that's good. We're on the final task of our day and we're going to be doing the UAT for a utility I requested, which is going to help process credits to customers. So this is something that if done manually, it's pretty risky because it's usually quite a high amount of money. So I asked for a utility to do it instead. And that way, if anything goes wrong, we can blame the system and not someone else. So let's get in. I would bear in mind, if you do get a job as a systems admin or you're looking to do it, then you do need to have kind of like a jack of all trades mindset. And you've got to be quite wide with your skills instead of sort of tall or deep in certain areas. You're going to end up touching lots of different parts of the tech stack and the systems. And for example, like here, I'm doing some user testing basically. And instead of like coding this myself, I've asked our software developers to do it for me instead. But then I'm going to be the one to trial this out and see if it works. And then I need to explain at a high level what the code is doing to our staff so that they can use this tool in the future as well. So you tend to need to be able to really blend yourself between the commercial world and the technical world as well. And being able to explain things and document things is probably one of the most essential skills, I would say, for a systems admin, in my experience at least. I've worked in loads of different areas of IT in this job, specifically. So I've done sort of networking tasks where I've had to troubleshoot packets and see why a Samba share wasn't Windows, loads of different distros and flavors of server for different tasks. I've got quite a few web servers I'm managing at the moment as well. And then even on our production server at the moment, I'm just making a little sort of system where I'm using Apache to host our archives, so that people in the company have got like an internal way just to view all the archives of different files. So in the process of building that at the moment, you tend to do a ton of different tasks, and each day is never the same really. So if you like that in your work, then you would definitely like to do this as a job, I would say. Now that that's all tested and confirmed to be working well, it is the end of the day. So I hope that gave you guys a great insight into what it looks like to be a systems admin on a regular day. I do have a video on my channel where I talk about how I went from Helpdesk to systems admin, the first video I made. So if you want to go check that out, it might give you some useful insights there. But hopefully this helped you guys. If you want any other videos or any other questions answered, just let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.